Hello everybody, welcome back to Yunus Cake Tips. Thank you so much for joining me again. Birthday cakes should be remembered long after being cut and consumed. This happens when we incorporate personalized theme to the decorations. It is also not necessary to create three-dimensional expensive work to achieve that kind of success. Sometimes just a simple sugar object we place on a cake will do the job and make this basic cake personalized and memorable. As an example, I would like to show you today how to make a simple, quick, realistic tennis racket and a few tennis balls, which can be used for an occasion like a birthday party of a tennis player and to make her or his cake personalized and memorable. Let me explain you what I have on this table, the needs that what we have to do with this tennis racket. First of all, we need, of course, information. Quickly print out a tennis racket, looking from sideways, and the ball together so I can see the proportion, size relation between the tennis ball and the tennis racket. That is important. So I just press the button, print, and then put ×3. So I have 3 pages so that I have a bit more comfort so I don't have to rely on only one picture. So first thing what I did, I place one of them on the cardboard sheet like this, so I can take the sort of like the shape of the tennis racket. So I don't have to disturb what I do with the sugar. I don't have to take it out and put somewhere else. That is separate. And after that, I have exactly the same picture with the plastic, just a piece of plastic bag cut off with a straight part of it. All right. I'm going to secure this one also on the corner here, so that is not moving. All right. That's also done. I put this on the side. Then what I have. Box cutter to make it nice and clean cut of the pastillage. I have my towel, I have my spoon to grab some royal icing from this jar. I always do that in jar because it's very easy to keep it after usage. And I have sticky tape to secure my piping bags, which I'm going to use royal icing to make this net in the center. And I have my PVC pipe as a roller. It's very important. I have transparent ruler. So transparent ruler is always I prefer because when you cut something and then you go further on the side, you can still see the line underneath, so you can measure the thickness what I want to achieve. And I have royal icing, I have oil spray, I have some cotton tips that I will use it with just a bit of water to make these white lines on the tennis ball. So that's why I have some yellow color, so I'm going to achieve that color. And of course, as a pastillage, okay, gum paste or fondant, it's not going to give you the right result in the right quickness. So that's why I use pastillage. I have red. I'm not going to worry about the black part. I'm just going to make a red tennis racket frame around here. The black one for the handle, pastillage. Also, I have some white pastillage to create yellow balls because I'm going to just put the cover on it, like with the color with my hand. And after, I'm going to use the cotton tips to clean this to the white line out. All right. So that's it. Okay, let's get started. When you're doing these kind of things, it's important that you do the right thing in the right time. So, because if you make a mistake, like you do something earlier, let's say I do some royal icing, I put the rack, I put these lines, all right? And after that, it will dry before I finish the frame around. So that's why I'm gonna make the frame first, and after that, let the frame on the side. It can just wait for a while and just get set a little bit so I can lift up and place it somewhere else. Then I will do the royal icing and place the ready frame on top of it. There will be no problem at all. So we start from the red pastillage. I just mix some powder color into it. You may find some red dots and as you see it on the table, but once you give a couple of movements, it will all melt together. It will be just nice. All right. All right. Okay, you see the color over here. That is because I mixed the color myself. That's why it's not incorporating into the texture like a manufacturer in the ready colored items, but it doesn't matter at all. So I'm just going to clean the table. All right, now oil. And then, because I need to have a kind of long piece, all right? How much is it? How long is it? Something like this will be more than enough. All right. So I'm going to roll this one now using only oil. No starch, no icing sugar. Okay. Now. It's about probably around sort of like a, let's say about 7 millimeters, I would say. Okay. Cut this off. Cut this off. And use the ruler. That's a clean cut. All right. And then I'll make it like quite thin, but it may be a little bit thicker than this. All right, slightly thicker than that. Make sure that your box cutter really nice and dry and clean. All right, as you realize over here, that is thicker, that's thinner, but sometimes we have to compromise that particular sort of like essential things that to just gain some comfort and then not to worry about it. All right, so I'm going to make everything one size. Okay, keep this on the side, maybe we need it. All right, that's the preparation I have for the racket. That's also very good. So that is pretty much what I'm looking for. So I like to use a little bit of water here, just a little bit, to secure that part. And after that, I like to cut exactly at the spot where the handle starts, because I'm just going to glue that handle to that area. All right, that's it. Now, as you realize that there's one more breach over here, I want to do that. Okay, now this one has to go like this. All right, I'm just going to put a little bit of marking over here. That's this here, and this there. I can't cut properly over that, so I'm going to cut over here. That's one. That's two. All right, put a little bit of water here, a little bit of water here, and place this one here. Look at that. That is good enough, all right? So you don't have to do more than that. That's already good enough. So just last looking at it, that's it. That's ready. Now there's two more steps to go. As I mentioned just now, you have to choose the right step to do right time. So if I doing now this one, if I doing now this one, the lines, I want to place this one over here on top while the roller icing is still soft, still creamy, so it sticks together. But it is still early because I can't lift up that. If I do this one before then doing that, again sometimes this will also get a little bit more harder. All right, I don't mean that I'm going to stick it over here, but I'm going to give some more time to this racket frame to dry so I can lift up by just doing the handle. All right. Slightly thicker at the bottom, a bit thinner on the front, so that's what I like to do. So that's the front, that's the back. All right. Now, as I remember that when I was playing a little bit of tennis last time, there is also sort of like a lines on the handle. So it's like a leather strip, to have a good grip, just like rolled around. So I like to create this one. Maybe now it is not like that, but I just want to do it like this now. All right. So just go like this. See what I mean? It's like a overlapping leather piece. Go back. Go back. That's already long enough. All right. Now that part has a little bit of like a frame, like that and like that. So I can cut that. That's done. Now if I place over here, I have to cut this from there. But I want to get a bit more sort of like a sort of bump there. I just cut a little bit bigger, right? And then I push it. Look at this. Just push it a little bit, right? Let's see how it looks like. That's very nice. Okay. Keep it on the side. I don't need to glue it now. All right. Is this get dry now? Not yet. So I can make the tennis balls, which I can gain a little bit more time. But to do that, because I'm going to deal with the white pastellage, I need to wash my fingers. Look at that. All right. I'll be back. Okay. White pastellage, a little bit too firm, so I put into microwave for just a few seconds. That's enough. 2 seconds, 3 seconds. I love this one. It replaced the starch. It makes it very clean and a very sort of like a comfortable work because it doesn't stick anything. And this is just a normal oil spray you can buy from any supermarket. Okay, I like to make the tennis ball 3 equal ones, so that's why I like to make it like a sausage first, like that. All right, how big is the tennis ball? This big. So I'm just going to make it a little bit more like this. All right, good. 1, 2, and 3. Maybe this a little bit more. All right, let's see. So the last one. Just nice. All right. Then we take the yellow color and put some water inside. Just a little bit. Put it over here. 1. Okay, it's done. So I have to wash my hands now. Now we have nothing else to do to gain some time, unless that I like to start with this one with the white line, but it's too early. I want to get this yellow color a little bit more dry so I can get the clean lines out. So let's do these lines first. Royal icing. Always mix a little bit before you intend the pipe, so it become nice and smooth. All right, my piping cones. So I will follow exact the lines that what I'm seeing in here. All right, but I'm going to start somewhere in the middle of that frame, so I don't have something looking out. All right, start from here and then go all the way to other side and stop in the middle. All right. Like this. Just follow the same proportion, same numbers. There and finish. So now the trick is, if I wait another 1 or 2 minutes, it will be too late because the royal icing will be dry. It's not going to happen. So the best thing to do is make sure that you are trying that, how it's happening here. Okay, that's already dry enough, but I'm going to lift up in a way that I don't have to disturb too much. So I'm just going to like this here. So 2 finger here, 2 finger there, and then 1 finger there. All right. Okay. Go there, and you have only one chance. Drop it like this and manipulate a little bit so all the lines are touching there and there. That's it. So now it's in place. Make sure that everywhere touching nicely. You can move a little bit, half a millimeter or something. That's not a problem. All right. So then it comes here. Now is the time to make the white lines on the tennis balls. So I use the cotton tips, make it slightly wet, not too wet. All right. And then holding this one with 2 fingers, So I'm going to use this two finger and this two finger like this. And after that, do my first line. As you see, is nothing happening. I'm just creating sort of like a wet line here. Like that. Turn around. Also continue doing this. And then meeting in the other side. So that's not going to happen one time. So once you have the one, you create one line as a wet line. So, and then after that you clean the, you use the other side of the cotton tip and then go one more time to try to get a white line as good as possible. So as you see that, it's already happened. After a few times, you will receive a white line quite visible. Just like this. I try not to hold from the line. So my two finger here and two finger here. So I never touch the white line, okay? Like that. I use actually quite a lot of color. So that's why it's a little bit hard to get the white line. But if you just do it 3 times or 4 times, you get it. As you see that it's happened here. So consider our tennis racket is finished, even that I cannot lift up at the moment. So all what I have to do, I have to wait till tomorrow and till everything is dry, and I will take this one, dip in a chocolate a little bit and touch it over here, wait till it gets set, and I can lift up and place on the cake to make that tennis player birthday cake memorable. So you can do one more thing. Before you do that to place on the cake, cover the cake with either green or blue or even orange fondant to make that cake look like more tennis court. So one more step further, you can put one more white line on somewhere on the corner on top of the cake, and then connect with a T shape another white line that will represent just a corner or part of a tennis court. That will make a lot more sense. So that is all from me guys today. Thank you so much for having me again on your screen. God bless all of you. Until to my next one, bye for now.